welcome to another episode of Guest Listed. I'm Dave.
Quinn.
And today we got a very special guest, industry.
Okay. Oh, you want to do your intro and then...
Hey, man.
This is the other thing. So I decided that it would be really funny, because I don't even want Dave to read this before I do it.
Okay.
I just do it, but I know way too much about you now. But I do a lot of fucking research. So there are going to be questions in there based on fucking shit that I found. I found some shit where I'm like looking, I feel like fucking Nardwuar. I'm like, what the fuck? That ass?
Dude.
It's going to be a good interview. It's going to be a good
Shit, let me sit over here.
No, because
It's gonna be a good interview.
I challenged this because I know we're friends on Facebook, so I was like, okay, not everybody's going to come on here. I'm going to be friends on Facebook, so I got to get good at finding shit online.
Damn, dude.
I know what you did in 86.
With that being said, let's just dive right in there.
So,
Let's get at it.
I do have my my introduction.
Go ahead, do your introduction, and then let's have Raul give him an introduction, and then give us, tell the people who you are, what you're doing, man, and let us know what's up with your
Reckless, adjective. Merriam-Webster defines the word as marked by lack of proper caution, careless of consequences. Urban Dictionary defines the word as don't give a fuck, party till the sun comes up, live life to the fullest because you only get one shot, or an adjective used to describe someone named Rick. Today's guest mission in the music space is not just to get famous, but not really to get famous at all. No, the mission right here is to leave his own mark in order to inspire people and bring people together with his music. Reckless, welcome to the Guest Listed Podcast.
Woo! Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm looking so forward to this. It's going to be a blast, and
me too.
I'm so glad to be around you guys. So, just got done having COVID, so luckily I don't have it no more.
Yeah,
so
we're all
thank
clean
God.
here.
We're all clean. We're all negative.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, everybody's just been passing it around like fucking like this is just a meme at this point.
Well,
It is.
It's the new flu.
It is, dude.
I don't want to think about it.
Apparently, there's some type of combination of the flu and COVID. They call it. I think it was like Flurona or something like that. I was like,
are you
what?
serious?
Yeah, it's
This is a thing.
Didn't even try to like.
This is new.
Let's just put them together.
When did this happen?
We ain't gonna come up with no new name.
No, I remember seeing it on Twitter like about a week or so ago.
You're fucking kidding me.
Yeah, it's called Flurona.
Yeah, it's like it's a fucking
it's
sci-fi movie.
Yeah, it's Attack of the Flurona.
From beyond. I'm like, the fuck?
All right, well, I learned something today because I had no idea about that.
Somebody getting paid to do that shit.
Thank you, CDC.
Nah, man, call it Kofu.
Kofu.
That even man, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Hell no.
Corona, flu, take out the L.
Well, hey, I'm glad you're feeling better.
I am, man.
You know what I mean? Like that's good, man. But tell us what you're doing. Tell us what's been going on. Give us a little introduction.
Man,
Spotlight's on you right now, man. Let's
Social
get what's
security
up.
number.
Well, I'll give you that. I will. I'm not illegal, thank God. No, it's fine. Hey, I can say that I'm Hispanic, so no, it's fine. But no, I've been good, guys. I've actually last night I spun at a club in Kenosha called Club Icon. It was pretty popping. Of course, right now with COVID numbers going down at the moment, it's kind of tough. But overall, it was a fucking blast. So it was awesome.
Dope.
I have a gig actually tomorrow, which is on a Sunday night in Kenosha as well in Wisconsin. That one's pretty much like an EDM event. So looking forward to that one. And in February, got a Valentine's show going down in same thing in Wisconsin as well. So. I'm back and forth, Chicago, Midway in Waukegan, and in Milwaukee and Kenosha, man. So keep
How was
busy.
How was the party scene in Wisconsin? And before I give you my opinion on Wisconsin. Let's say this is completely separated. He does not believe the things that I believe in Wisconsin. I don't have nice things to say about Wisconsin.
Well, you do.
I'm not a fan of Wisconsin either, man.
You got a lot of good gigs out there, though.
I do. I try
we'll
to get
plug
some.
Club Icon, and we'll throw the links in there too. But yeah, tell us about because I know, dude, you're always traveling. I know that for the most part, you're. I see, you're from Chicago down to you're over in Indiana.
Yeah.
You're everywhere. So what is is Wisconsin, out of all the places you play, which is your favorite area to really kind of circulate?
Oh man, that's a tough one. You're throwing questions at me that are like, fuck.
That's what we do.
Why do you hate Wisconsin?
No. You know, I to be honest, I love everywhere I go. I'm a positive person. You know, wherever I'm gonna spend, I'm for a fact. You know, I'm like, it's gonna be a positive, good night. You know, it's nothing but good vibes. It's gonna be an awesome night. No matter how the turnout is, I'm still gonna make it a good night. So, you know, I don't really have a specific place. Just, you know, if I'm performing and I'm out there, you know, it's something that many other people in this world that cannot do. Like, for example, like, you know, like kids in Africa who look up to this, or like, you know, homeless people that really want to get into this. So I take it as, you know, I'm grateful and thankful to be having this in my life where others don't have this. So I take it as an appreciation to be doing this. You know, I've been doing it for 13 years, and you know, it's the best thing. You know, it gets me out of my comfort zone. You know, I'm free to do whatever, good vibes the whole time. So, you know, to be honest, do I have a specific favorite place? Not necessarily. So
okay. No, that's good, man. That's a good, you know, honestly, I could have asked for a better answer. that is like an inspiration to like everybody.
All the worlds have ending.
Yeah,
I try.
I know that is no, seriously, man. And you know, that's, you know, obviously we know you personally, but you know, a lot of people probably watching, they don't know you. But yeah, man, right. I think that's 100%. You know who you are, and you know, you obviously aspire to the industry, and you know, we see it, man. So.
Much love, man. Appreciate it.
Let me ask you this now: if you could play now, where do you want to play? The city. Come now, because I know as a DJ, you got to have one spot where you're like, man, like, all right, I'd love to play here. If you have one spot, it could be festival or club. Let's do. How about this? Let's keep it simple. Let's do a city and a club. Let's do that.
Just any city,
in the world,
dream-wise, or
dream-wise, or you could do something that you think might happen, but let's just keep the bar at an all-time high.
Talking like, if you say Mars,
you could say
like,
Dubai.
Oh, you would? Yeah. I'm fucking.
I was thinking Dubai, but
so
I'm in the metaverse.
I don't have right. That'd be freaking awesome, man. No, but to be honest, if I don't necessarily have a club in mind, you know, if I have the opportunity to spin out in UK, London, that's popping right now.
Okay.
From what I see.
Yeah.
So like hitting up Pacha out there. Ibiza as well. Something, you know, they're hard into techno and, you know, that deep house and stuff, you know, which I greatly enjoy as well. But if I could get a gig out there, man, that's the dream, you know. I'm actually right now trying to look into getting a booking in Cancun, see if I can get something out there in Cancun. So it's I'm brainstorming it right now. Hey. It's nothing, you know, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but right now it's in work in progress. So I just came back from Cancun and I really enjoyed it out there. So I'm like, I'm digging the vibe out here. So there's a lot of potential.
House music.
And, they love the house. They love, you know, they love deep house. The vibe it's like paradise, dude. So. As for festival wise, you know, the dream is, you know, EDC or Ultra and stuff like that. But, you know, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to keep it homebound. So, you know, if I can play, you know, North Coast or, you know, Spring Awakening, which I actually did in 2013, 2014.
Yep.
You know, it wasn't, you know, I wasn't playing main stage or anything. I was on the, you know, smaller stage, but overall, it was a good turnout, man. It was awesome.
That's still something, man. You know, like and just being another DJ, I know that is the goal, man. You know, I have yet to play a festival, so you're, you know, just being able to do that, man.
You got some festivals in there.
No, not like that. Not like. I mean, I my stuff's different, but no, that's good, man. I mean, the UK is. Actually, you probably would know more about the scene.
There's a lot of fucking garage for some, like, it's pretty.
It's heavy.
Even in there, like some of the big R&B artists over here. Like if you could think of like the Ariana and Grande's and shit up over here, like.
It's big over there.
They'll have their fucking tracks, and then they'll have fucking UK garage fucking flips of the fucking.
Right, yeah. It's like holy shit.
Yeah. Dude, if anybody's gonna have any sort of house sort of centric or something that's gonna get flipped. It's either garage over there or fucking UK drill.
Oh, yeah.
That's all that's really going on.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that one.
I mean, I want to go.
And that bleeds into fucking all the different areas and stuff because when we hung out with Bianca and them, they showed me all this goddamn German trap music. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, man.
He showed me, and I was like, I never heard this before. I'm like,
a lot of unique stuff going on out there, dude. Very creative and stuff.
It's
pull up in SUVs. I'm like,
pull up in what?
Dude, yeah.
What?
We have to, dude. We have to plug a fucking German rap track right now, dude. Please just.
Holy shit!
I'll let it play over.
Luciano, that's the main dude. There's a bunch of different ones because I didn't just do trap. I listened to like a lot of boom bap stuff and like more classical hip hop over there too. But their hip hop only really it's only to like 2000s, a little bit 90s or whatever.
Okay.
80s it kind of started, but it was like fucking hip hop. They're like, yo, what the fuck is
right? They were barely into the scene, yeah.
And you talking fast? What'd you say?
Right.
So I don't think it's really become like a thing until like the past like 10 years or so, at least from what I've seen. But now it's like I said, fucking that drill shit, which is. It's iffy. All drills sound the fucking same, but sometimes you'd be like, okay, I see what you I mean, especially if you like dubstep or even like grime and stuff. Yeah. There's a lot of fucking cross pollination with the way that they structure their tracks and stuff.
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, the UK, I know they're super inspiring for a lot of like producers out here in the.
It is
in the United States. You know,
it is.
It's the UK garage. Yeah. So I respect the fact that you would want to play out there. That's a good spot.
And to be honest, with the whole scene here in Chicago, like, this is just me, my opinion, but I don't know how many of you guys think how it is, but here in Chicago, it's mainly, the suburbs over here are mainly dubstep, rhythm and stuff, which I enjoy. I don't have a problem with it. But I'm more of a house guy. This is what I grew up on. I'm more into the old school stuff. Old school house. That's what I grew up on and stuff. Jack and acid and all that. Yeah. So that's what I grew up on. So the UK takes that shit way more seriously than we do. It's like over here in the city, we don't really appreciate it as much as the UK.
Around that time.
But there's some spots in Chicago that
No, he's right though, because like that's a great point because I feel like open format like that shit is like which I mean I get it that's fine
right,
but Chicago is definitely the birthplace of
it is, man, and
you don't
gotta embrace it, man.
I don't feel like maybe it's just because I mean correct me if I'm wrong, but like I said, this is my opinion too. I think you're right in terms of there's not enough just devoted house music.
A lot of push, yeah.
Like, for that type of culture. I know, like, Spy Bar is very good at I love Spy Bar. But, yeah, dude, there's not too many just, like, those 6, 7 a.m. type clubs where it's just, 4 to the floor, just the groovy, the classic, like, tech and,
the underground scene.
Yeah. So, I agree with that, man. Yeah. But it's crazy to think about that, but even like rock bar, like that's all still top 40.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. I mean, you go to places like that. That's kind of that's all you're really gonna get. I would say I'm surprised at how much house I'm hearing now. Anyway, that's what's surprising.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, but I think that's because of the DJs trying to push it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like managers and owners are like, all right, well, here, you know what I mean? Like there's like a split because like I'm sure they're like, all right, well, yeah, house is cool. But still make it top 40 kind of, which is whatever. I get that, but there's nothing like classic,
that
7, 8 piano house, just the beats. Like I said, Spy Bar is like something that is the only spot that I can think of that would deliver something like that. Yeah. Like you go to Spy Bar,
like somewhere where like you can fucking go and play a fucking deep techno set.
Right, yeah, you just fucking grooving the whole night. You know what I mean? Just
hell yeah,
like just noises that are making you feel like a certain way, bro. I feel trust me, right.
But
then again, we all have different opinions. This is just our opinion, but
and then we can actually go into one of these questions.
Lead it in, baby. Lead it in.
I got a scenario.
He's got him, man.
All right. I've been cryogenically frozen since 1987. I've woken in the year 2022 from my deep sleep, and I am scared, hungry, and confused. The first thing that the doctors have asked you to do to make sure that my brain is okay is explain to me what rhythm is.
Dude.
Slowly, I'm a little bit scared.
Rhythm, man. Oh, dude. You got me on that one. You got me on that one. You got me on that one. I'll be completely honest. Like I said, we all have our different opinions. I'm not a big fan of rhythm. I'm not a big fan of, that scene. But, if I have to play it, I gotta play it. No matter whoever requests it or whatever the scene may be. If I got booked for something rhythm, then I gotta play it. But is that my go-to? Not necessarily.
How many rhythm gigs are you getting, man?
Dude,
come on,
man.
Come on, man.
Tons. I got fucking tons, dude. No, I'm just playing. No.
Oh, man.
No,
every show you play, I don't play that house.
But I'm, rhythm, it's more of a suburb thing, like, for example, like, it's heavy in, where I was born and raised in Waukegan. The whole base station. Shout out to those guys. They're killing it. They are doing a terrific job.
They're killing it, dude.
And the rhythm scene and dub scene out there, they're like phenomenal. Like I look up to them. I'm like, dude, you guys started something that I wanted to do. So big ups to those guys. But they're taking that scene way up there, man. Like it's crazy how things from I got booked with them their third gig when they started getting it out there. So when they first started, they hit me up to play their third gig, and ever since that, dude, at first it was slow, man. It was like nobody, and probably like 10 people in the club and stuff, and then all of a sudden, like, exposure, dude, like networking, and
blown up.
They just blew up. But like I said, rhythm scene is not my scene, but I support it. There's a lot of producers and DJs out there that are trying to get out there, and if that's what their heart and soul is in, dude, I'm all for it. If that's what you're in, I would never, break anyone's heart saying like, no, you gotta go this route. No. If someone's into rap, let them go into rap. If someone's into rhythm, go into rhythm. If someone's into house, go into house. It doesn't matter. We're all trying to get somewhere. So that's how I look at it. So
how would you describe the genre though?
Like alien as fuck. Okay. Like fucking out of this galaxy. Like
that's the
it's
shit.
Like fucking.
That's
grimy,
a good. I'd say that's a good. I
like fucking Transformer type shit.
Yeah.
Like
with like a.
Because that's the thing. So I'm the same. I'm like I grew up on house, but the thing is, when I started looking and discovering more music, especially specifically the EDM, I kind of started like backwards. So there's a fucking show from the UK called Skins, and it was supposed to be it's supposed to be like a really realistic representation, not only of teenagers' lives. Skins. So teenagers' lives in the UK at that time, and they were big. It was a big like party drug TV show. Yeah. So they had like, all the underground shit. Yeah. So I started backwards. So when I first started learning about EDM, I'm going straight into like fucking happy hardcore, gabber. Mm-hmm. First dubstep I ever learned about was fucking Borgore. I was already listening to metal in fucking high school. Really? So when I hear rhythm, like I'm just like, bro, this is a 3-minute breakdown. Let's go. Just I'm like, so like when I hear rhythm, I'm like having fucking back in school eating Lunchables and shit. Like I'm like, let's fucking. I was like, ready to fight somebody.
Yeah, I can't do the rhythm, bro.
See,
at the parties and stuff, people doing.
There's a difference.
I'm in it. Yeah.
See, I first got introduced to rhythm back in like 2017 or 2016.
Isn't that when it started?
That's when, like when it first started. That's when I first heard it. I'm like, is this dubstep? Like, I was like, what is this? Like, this is kind of different.
I mean, to some extent, it's a little bit colder,
yeah. And when dubstep came out, dude, that shit, I did like the dub scene. Like when it first got out there, like, with Skrillex and all that shit was fucking dope, man. Like, but with Borgore, Bass Nectar, too.
Those guys were good,
those guys were. But that's the funny thing. That's how it's interesting how, like, this full circle stuff, because there are probably people that will consider themselves like really like hardcore like dubstep lovers that wouldn't specifically be in the rhythm, but then there are people that like pure dub that hate like Skrillex.
Right.
Like technically stuff like Skrillex. Okay. Like it depends on how much of a dick you want to go, but I don't feel like it's a derogatory term for it, but it's just a way to kind of keep it separate in my mind. Skrillex and some of that stuff is what I would call like bro step, because it's a lot. It's just honestly just heavier. Because if we're talking about like, when I say dub, I mean like fucking
no,
not even that. Like deep medi music, like because when you first told me about Mala, I'm like, oh yeah, I know who Mala is. But then you showed me the songs, I was just like,
House.
Like, that's not the Mala I know. The Mala I know is an old like dubstep producer.
Really?
It's the one. I don't know if you ever heard fucking that one SXX song where it's like the beat's like da 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 da.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like an old like dub tune that I've known about for years.
So Mala?
Interesting.
That's yeah.
How do you spell Mala?
Mala.
Yeah. How do you spell the house Mala?
Mala.
Yeah.
Two A's. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. 2 A's.
And it's literally the beat's just doom, 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 but it's real fucking subby. So like old dub, like you wouldn't even call it step really. Just that's why it's like sometimes I call it dubstep, like Cookie Monster and stuff like. Okay, it's dubstep, but if we're talking about like, now we you fucking. If you can set a preset on your guitar and play this shit out, it's like, oh no, I know what you're playing.
Hey man, different strokes for different folks, man.
Oh, but you know, that's just
I respect the scene. I respect the scene.
Yeah, I do. I respected it a lot. I do.
Can't hate on it, man.
No. It's not about hate. I don't. I'm not a person who hates.
Yeah.
I'm one to help other producers and DJs. Which
is good, man. And then like that's a big thing.
Exactly.
And to be honest with you. And I quit. I mean, I know you probably got another question, but I'm just gonna ask this anyway because in this scene, in the music scene, and this is something I want to like. The most important thing I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is just having that positive energy and respecting what other people are doing because that goes a long way. Right. You don't want to be a dick.
Right. Exactly.
You don't want to be a dick.
No.
Because people remember a dick.
Exactly.
They do.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And there have been some people who were dicks to me when I first started in the scene, and
I bet
and now things have died down for them, and all of a sudden they're trying to hit me up like, hey, is there any way you can hook me up with gigs? And I'm just like, well, I'll help you out, but you were a fucking asshole to me.
Like, don't have ego.
It's not about egoness. We're all trying to help each other out. Succeed. Let's fucking be like the fucking Avengers and like just fucking Justice League or whatever. Like fucking just come together, help each other out. It shouldn't be about competition, And that's the thing that I appreciate that Europe does. The European scene of it. They help each other out, dude. Like, hey mate, like you need a helping hand, like
hey,
right. And
some tea and make some.
Hey, I love their accent, dude. But they help each other out. They help each other out, man. Like if one's down here and the other one's like fucking way up here, like they'll fucking lend them a hand and be like, look, let's get you out. You can be my opener. And that's how it should be over here in the States. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm not seeing over here. It's a little bit. It's a little bit. There's different people in this world, especially in the U.S. and stuff. No matter where you go, and there's always going to be good people and there's always going to be bad people. But that's just the world we live in.
I think it's also we live in Chicago, which I'll say this: if you can make it in Chicago, you can make it anywhere because Chicago is, in my opinion, the hardest market most. Hey, and we're gonna, I don't know if you agree, but Chicago, everyone's kind of, hey, I respect everybody, everyone loves everybody, but hey, man, they all just trying to, get it what they can do.
Right.
West Coast, a little bit different.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah, like when I was out, kind of everybody, it's a little bit more open to, kind of collaboration.
Yeah, it's nice because everybody's broke too.
Everyone is broke. Yeah. Everyone is broke. Yeah. So and I don't know too much about the East Coast to really comment on it, but obviously I've had no bad experiences out here in Chicago. I just kind of see where, like a lot of times I agree. Like hey man, like people are trying.
The Southeast, they are pretty much like the West Coast. I know the Southeast, like Florida and stuff. They're pretty much almost similar. The same thing. Like when I got booked out there, they were like they were really cool.
Nice, yeah.
So. They're really nice out there. As for like New York wise, I don't really know.
I feel like
I would assume like a majority of the people. I would assume I don't know. What I assume is a majority of people that come from whether it's like London, Italy, or the UK or whatever, when they come to the States, I'm pretty sure their first stop is, New York. So I'm pretty sure. I would assume the scene is kind of like that.
I think you guys want to take a trip?
Yeah, I fucking dying to go to New York.
Hey, we need at least 1,000 subscribers so we can start making some funds.
Right.
Let's get some ad revenue, pay for this trip.
Oh man, we'll invite you guys.
Yes,
too, right?
Yeah,
we're gonna pick one greedy. Person. We're gonna select one per. No, two people.
We'll do
two people.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, two people.
And the reggaeton, I think reggaeton and reggae is big in dancehall, just because of the communities over here. But I'm trying to think how.
In New York,
I'm thinking theoretically house would be.
In where?
Because
house in New York.
On the East
Jersey is right over there.
Yeah,
Jersey Club.
Jersey
Club is huge.
The booty
and Jersey
shit,
Club ain't not breakbeat shit. So I would assume, like you were saying, people like coming straight their first fucking stop. I couldn't imagine like them, maybe not having like one of the biggest things as house, but having a very respectable community.
Right.
Oh, they have a community. Right. I'll say that because like there's.
I don't see many boiler room fucking videos in Chicago.
No,
man. No. If you want to succeed, obviously you don't want to copy. You try to avoid that. But if you can do something similar to that, and I know.
As you turn the cameras off, I got you, bro. I got this on map. We've been fucking talking about this idea for this fucking.
We're locking in spots.
Man. I actually
even before we started.
Yeah, the project folder is actually just called Boiler Room.
Yeah.
It's working.
Like I was telling you, I'm trying to start throwing the own shit too to start booking my own people. And,
exactly. And
so,
but. Dude, man, Chicago has a lot of potential, but then there's restrictions, here in Chicago and stuff. So that's the issue.
We'll get over it though. I think with COVID, I think it's big due to COVID right now.
Well, not only COVID, but just like closing bars at like only till 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Fucking keep it going till 7 a.m.
Need a warehouse.
Right, exactly, dude. Shit, let's look into that after this.
Just start fucking driving around, but like, hey,
when am I getting my next stimulus check?
There's square footage on that. Just buy empty Toys R Us.
Hell no.
I mean, that is the way to do it, man. But yeah, dude. I was gonna say the next. I know you have a couple other questions too that you were gonna give him. I was gonna say one more question for you just before you jump into that.
Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
Hey,
look under your chairs. What's under my chair, dude?
Hey, man, this is good, man. No, I think this is
System drive.
This is a good.
All my unreleased.
So far, this is a good episode, man. This is a good episode, bro.
That was a good one.
Well, basically, what I was gonna ask you is this, man. Because I know you've been doing this for so long now. Let me ask you, as a DJ, because I know you do mashups and all that, but you really push the DJ route. How would you tell other people who are like kind of just getting into it? What would some advice be to them, saying, hey, like if you guys are just starting out, where do we go? Like how would you work your way up? It could, and because like you started in a small town, Macomb, right? As did I, as a lot of us do. What's some advice you would give them, to kind of get started?
So what I would say is I've been doing this for about 13 years now. So I started out in 2009. So yeah, 2022 in February, it's pretty much going to be 13 years.
13 years.
So 13 years I've been in this industry, DJing wise. I got into producing about probably 2013, 2014. But I always had, I for someone who's aspiring out there, who's trying to get into the scene, I would definitely say, and this is something that I wish I can go back on. I didn't push it as much, whereas today I probably would be signed to many labels, and this is something that I wish I could go back on. My advice would be, produce. If you have the time to DJ, you have the time to produce. That's key right now. If you want to get booked at venues and stuff like that, festivals or whatever, and that's your dream, producing is going to get you there. So that's my advice. That's something that I wish I can go back on in my life, where I was, that I could go back on to fix in my life. But we can't go back in time.
Hey, no,
so that's an advice I would say, and also, enjoy what you do. Have passion for it. there may be times where you may have a rough gig and, you know, not many, as an aspiring DJ, it's probably your first or, you know, couple gigs you get. And of course that's how I started off. I didn't have many people show up to my gigs because nobody knew who I was. So when I first started out, I probably only had like 10 people, but I kept it going. I had positive energy. I grew up on positivity. Like, you know, I'm going to keep it going. If there's only 10 people, I'm just going to pretend there's like freaking 500, 1,000, you know, people in this place or whatever. So, you know, have the energy for it. You know, have it be your passion. You know, if you want to get out there, push the producing scene, push into the DJing, but mainly production. That's where it's at.
I think that's awesome, man. Yeah, no, that's some phenomenal fucking advice. I'll say that.
Exactly. Yeah. I know. Back in the day, especially here in Chicago. I don't know how it was back then in other countries or states, but I know over here in Chicago, like the history was, you know, house, like when it took over, like if you were a house DJ, you'd get booked. You know, it didn't matter if you were a producer, you'd be booked even if you were a DJ. If you were a DJ, you're getting booked.
Yeah.
But nowadays, it's all about producing if you want to get booked. So that, and on top of that, talent agencies are looking at that as well, and making sure you're a producer and you're signed to labels and stuff. So, but yeah, that's the best advice I can give is produce. You know, don't work short hours, work long hours. If you want to get out there, work those long hours, 12 hours. If you have to work those 12 hours, do that 12 hours. It's going to be definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Definitely worth it.
That's good, man. Hey, that's some good advice.
Cheers, man.
And,
yeah, I got my drink over here.
I was going to say, Raul's also going to be doing a Reckless set after the show, after our little talk. He's going to be, you know, he's got some edits and some mashups, you know, from some of his own productions. So we're going to be tuned into that. So that's going to be nice. Which will be fun, you know.
Exactly.
We'll have a nice. That'll be the first
Guest listed
mix.
I've already been thinking about it. Even for the intro for the show, I'm gonna like go on like one of those, you know, like the fucking DJ intro websites where you can get like some British woman to be like,
yeah,
DJ, I'm gonna get like Guest-Listed Podcast.
Oh, yeah, hey, dude, I'm always into that shit.
Episode 2. You're in the mix with DJ Patrick.
There you go.
Okay, you're in the mix with DJ Patrick. Honestly, at this point, I just do it. Fuck it. Pitch my voice.
I mean, we got.
You're in the mix.
Yeah,
sounds good enough.
You could probably like fucking.
Dude, I have auto tune. I have everything.
Yeah, you can auto tune that shit out.
Just say it like that.
Right.
Just like that. Hey there, everybody. Quinn here. If you're an audio-only listener, you know, it has nothing to do with you. Keep moving along, my guy. But if you're watching this via video, we do not have the rest of the video footage for this interview. I'm sorry, triple times sorry to you, Reckless. We will have you on again, baby boy. We promise. You are our guy. Big ups to you, bruv. But yeah, the rest of the episode will be audio only. I don't know how much editing. This is recorded in the past. I don't know how much editing I'm going to do. But a little short, I'm going to shut up. Audio only. Guest-Listed Podcast. We will do better. Promise you. Just like that. I want to stay on this topic though, because like I said, I fucking was Googling shit. I was just like, I wonder what happened if I fucking Google this man's whole life and see what I found. So I actually knew part of this story when you talked about it.
Okay.
So this is an article from the Chicago Tribune, marked April 22nd, 2015.
2015.
Waukegan's DJ Reckless takes shot at Spring Awakening Festival gig.
Yes.
Run through
that. There it is.
This is the most. I'm sorry, Dan. This is the most famous person we've had.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I don't know Dan on the Chicago Tribune.
I'm not here to be.
Maybe with some crabs or some shit. I don't know.
Like I say, and this is something I always say. I'm not here to be famous. I'm here to inspire. So that's how I always. I'm not trying to be famous. I really am not. I just want to inspire others. So, but anyways, dude, man, when I got, the way I got into it was during that time I was in Macomb at my university. Big shout out to WIU, Western Illinois University. That's where I graduated from. So I was out there, and you know, I was DJing at a club out there, and all of a sudden this I overheard this other DJ. He told me, hey, like, did you hear about Spring Awakening's doing this DJ competition? I'm like, no, I didn't hear about this. What's that about? And they're like, yeah, they just posted something about this DJ competition, you know, and if you're in like the top 5 or top 10 or whatever. I can't remember off the top of my head, but you know, they're gonna break it down. I guess they're gonna have judges and they're gonna listen to these mixes and they're only gonna select one person. I'm like, oh shit, okay, let me try to get into that, you know? So, you know, I was like, man, what can I do? What kind of mix can I do that'll like fucking get people's attention? So one thing about me is I'm all about intros. I love doing unique things with introductions. Mm-hmm. So I don't remember off the top of my head what intro I had, but I know during that time, what was big during that time was, you know, like from 2013 to like 2015, it was big room and progressive house and all that stuff. That was a big thing. So I was like, let me try to incorporate that, but also throw in, you know, something with jungle terror, because that was also a big thing at the time. That was barely
all the way back then.
That was barely getting out there.
Yep.
So I was like, let me throw in some jungle terror, see what
you can do,
what I can do with that. So I did a whole, it was I believe it was like a 30-minute mix that I had to send in. So I did the 30-minute mix. I you know, found some tunes that, you know, that I would believe that people would not have heard of. So I threw that in there, 30-minute mix, and then sent it in. And then all of a sudden, you know, I kept every day looking at the rankings. Now, the way this thing was about was you had to basically promote yourself, get your name out there, and, you know, it was like you're doing your own promotion. You're on your own. So you had to have people send in their email to Spring Awakening, that like as the link. So basically, it was a link of for people to vote for me, and they would add their email to that. So, dude, I fucking used my college, my university to the best knowledge that I can. I fucking printed out posters and like, you know, stuff like that. And I went like when I was done with class, like I would go to the library, print out like all these like papers and stuff. I'd get in trouble because I'm using so much paper and stuff. So like the librarian would get like, she'd be like, I need you to stop using a lot of paper. You're using a lot of paper. I'm like, man, I'm sorry, but I'm
writing my dissertation.
And then and so yeah, so I would go around campus late at night. Not late at night because they would lock the doors at certain campuses. But I would go like around 5-6 p.m. when the janitor is cleaning, you know, all the places and stuff, all the classrooms and stuff. So I would go to every hall and hang up posters, you know, please vote for, you know, Reckless, and, you know, here's the link, and, you know, stuff like that. So sure enough, that got the attention in you know, even in the cafeteria and stuff like that. And I actually was able to set up a booth in the cafeteria where people can just come up and freaking vote for me.
Damn.
And that's how I did it, dude. And every day, awesome. And I fucking shot word out to, you know, family in Texas, family in Puerto Rico, family in fucking Wisconsin, stuff like that. So word got out there, and sure enough, the newspaper, they heard about it, and they got in contact with my mom at the time, and my mom's like, yeah, that's my son, and they're like, is there a way we can interview with him and stuff?
Oh, damn.
So my mom's like, yeah, of course. And so my mom hit me up. She was like, hey, Chicago Tribune / New Sun wants to meet up with you and do an interview. I'm like, oh snap, okay, like, okay, let's do this. So they heard about it, and but before that, I was constantly looking at the voting and stuff. So basically, I was ranked like out of 200 people, 200 contestants, I was ranked top 3. I was top 3, dude. I came in top 3. Yeah.
Damn.
Killing it, man.
And then you won the whole thing.
And I won.
Woo!
I won,
that's crazy, man.
And I was like, holy shit, dude. And so when word got out that I won, they found out about it, and then all of a sudden they contacted my mom, and my mom let me know, and then we set up an interview, and sure enough, I had to come back from my university to go meet up back in Waukegan to do this interview, and then word got out there more from the newspaper, and and here's the thing, I did notice that there were haters. There was
always gonna be a thing.
there was
there was subreddit dedicated
to
it.
There's always gonna be haters in this.
There's always gonna be haters, but you know what? The haters are my motivators. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
So they had like there's a pose of me where like I'm at my university and I have like my hands up like this, but whoever had the freaking time to do this, they put the Jesus cross behind me and like as if I'm nailed to the cross, dude. Oh my
God.
I'm like, okay.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere out there on Facebook.
What?
But, yeah. I think
somebody photoshopped you on the cross.
Yeah. With my hands all like that and stuff. Yeah.
It's almost like some weird way, like somebody's like, "You're my new religion."
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
And the way I found out about that was from one of my ex-best friends from college. He's like, yo, dude, like, I don't know how to approach you about this, but have you seen this?
What the fuck?
I'm like, what's up? And so I see it. I'm like, and to be honest, it did bring me down. I'm like, what the fuck,
that's fucked up, man.
That's fucked. Like, who does that, man? Like,
well,
so I'm like, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck whoever did that shit. Just haters out there. There's haters everywhere. So I'm like, no, I'm gonna fucking be out there, dude. Like, fucking push myself, let them bring me down because it's just gonna push me way up.
As it should, man.
So
as it should.
But yeah, so when I did it, dude, it was obviously I was in the small stage. I wasn't obviously nothing big, but overall good turnout, man. Good turnout. It was a blast.
You done canvassed yourself to the
stage. It was a blast, man.
Damn.
It was a blast, and yeah, dude, it was.
That made me.
Awesome.
Y'all want to go to the library, print out some stuff, or just I don't know what we're gonna advertise.
We'll hang some stuff over right here.
You want to play?
That's you know what I call it? That's guerrilla marketing.
To be honest, and that's what I did. I marketed my own self.
That's guerrilla marketing.
And I was like, fuck it. There's over like 1,000 students at my campus. More than that, probably like 2,000.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm going to fucking use that to the best of my knowledge. I'm going to fucking take advantage of that. If I didn't go to be honest, if I was not at my university during that time when I did this, I would probably, within the 200, I'd probably be like in the 200s.
Yeah.
To be honest. But being in that top 3, it was phenomenal, dude.
Dude, that's crazy,
awesome.
man.
It was awesome.
That's awesome too, though. That's a truly inspiring story. Yeah,
so and with that, ever since that being on the newspaper and stuff, and me doing that, for example, like these guys you're familiar with. I don't know if you are, but they go by Rising Energy.
Oh yeah, good guys.
There was one time where I was DJing and they pulled me aside. And they're like it was funny, and they came up to me and they're like, "Are you Reckless?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what's up, guys? Who are you guys?" And then they're like, "Oh, I'm Jonathan. I'm Lewis. We go by Rising Energy, and we're and they were kind of nervous. I could tell they were nervous, man. Like, I'm like, okay, can I help you guys? Like, and so they're like, no, look, we're DJs, and we're trying to get into the scene too, and we've only been doing it, I think they said only for a year or 2 years or something. And they're like, you come from our hometown, like you're from our hometown, like Waukegan and stuff. And we knew you spun in Spring Awakening and stuff. And they're like, we view you as like, that's an inspiring thing to us, to know that someone came from our hometown that did that. And that's something that we want to do. I'm like, dude, of course, man. Like, let me check you guys out. Send me your SoundCloud. Send me your stuff. Your socials, and let me see what you guys are about. Mm-hmm. So when I looked into when I heard their mix, dude, I was like, holy shit, these guys. I was like, these guys don't mess around, man. Yeah. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, they bring them.
So then ever since then, I've stayed in contact with them, and actually I was just with them this past Thursday, to take them out to their gig, and these guys. They have potential, man. Yeah. These guys have potential, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna help you guys out. Help you guys out. Get out there more, because these guys, they're always playing like 8 o'clock slots or 9 o'clock slots or 7 p.m. slots. I'm like, these guys fucking deserve 12 midnight fucking headlining. Like these guys, and these guys every day they're on TikTok, fucking putting up mashups, and they're trying to get into producing too. So these guys have massive potential, and and there's other guys that also have told me the same thing. Like, man, you're inspiring. You come from our hometown and stuff. So it hits the heart, man. It means a lot to me, that I'm able to inspire. And ever since then, I've always used that phrase. Like, I'm not trying to be famous. I just want to inspire.
Shit, you're living your dream then, bro.
So,
fucking A, man.
Yeah.
That's good, dude. No, I Rising Energy, I love those guys. I've like. They're good, man.
They are, man.
They are good, dude. Yeah.
Really
shout out to those guys.
Rising Energy.
And yeah, man. I have nothing but love for them, to be honest with you.
Right.
But real quick, I gotta take a quick intermission. I gotta pee so bad.
Hey, bring them on. Bring them on.
I got a question. Why you fucking gone?
Go ahead. We're still live, right?
Fucking always. Gotta make it natural. So yeah, this was. I was gonna bring this up at the beginning too. We could definitely fucking pass stories because I only spun in fucking college. After college, I was like, nah, I'm okay. But I still fucking just to
where'd
get that
you
itch
go?
out of here. Illinois State.
Oh, okay.
So like I was. I really did a lot of stuff with like Vibe Tribe and stuff. I would have did more with them. They had their the first year that they did their Silent Disco, there was a deadline for submitting your mix. I don't know why I waited till like the last fucking minute to like, because essentially what happened, I like maybe submitted it, I want to say a few minutes after the deadline ended or whatever. But like after I dropped my mix, I had like a bunch of people like on the board like 1031 ID. Because back then this was 2013, I think it was around there.
Okay.
So trap and future bass, that's the big thing. So then I was listening to a lot of fucking ballet funk and stuff from Brazil and a lot of fucking trap from over there. So I was like, I'm just gonna fucking put a Latin trap because nobody fucking listened to Latin trap at that fucking point. You start doing that to like Bad Bunny. So back in 2013, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking just put together a fucking Latin trap fucking mix and with Jersey Club and shit and see what the fuck goes. Mm-hmm. And I had like a Latin flipper like Satisfaction and all types of shit. And I was like, God damn, I don't have the fucking mix anymore. I'm like, what? Why would I not fucking say? Because it was a good fucking mix. But yeah, fucking so. What is? I'm going fucking way off the fucking board.
Go ahead.
But what's the?
Hold on. All right, back from the intermission. All right, no.
Breaking news.
All right.
The Transformers are here.
No, but honestly, man, just like you being inspiring to a lot of people is, and that's huge, and like I said, just talking about Rising Energy, and I know we're just kind of like getting it back in there, but obviously that's why we wanted to interview you. Like that's good, man. You're doing like, and obviously you're continuing to grow and be the best version of yourself, and other people. You're inspiring people that are like, man, like doesn't matter where you come from.
Right.
That you can achieve things even if you're from a small town.
Right.
So no, that's good, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, just kind of coming off that intermission there, and giving all those shout outs. I just wanted to kind of reiterate that. And obviously, we appreciate you being here.
No, I appreciate you guys.
Like this is awesome, man. We're looking forward to your mix.
Love you guys, man. You guys are awesome. Fucking family.
I don't know if you have any other questions. Like I said, man, the big next thing that's coming up is we're gonna have Reckless throw us a fresh.
Well, before we get into
mix.
party mode, let's pregame a little bit and go down memory lane. And this is for both of you too. What is? We'll keep it on brand. What's the most reckless thing you've seen someone do at one of your shows?
Oh man.
If it's
he's the guest. This is not mine. This is not. He's the guest.
Hey, Dave, it's all equal opportunity.
I'm not talking about that.
I'm trying to think. I can go back to college days.
I think
I was once a bouncer at my own show. like I remember it was a house party, and we're in the basement, and then like there was some girl that were like, "Yo, she's got to go," and I just remember like I just looked at the fucking. I got a minute, and she was small enough. I picked her up like a toddler. Walked her up the stairs and just threw her outside, and then walked back downstairs and continued my fucking triplex. So, The fact that she didn't like kick me, she was just kind of just like, oh, it's just happening now. It's like Simba.
Quit.
Oh man, that's
Hey, I broke the ice. Go ahead.
Damn, hell yeah, you did.
That is.
I wasn't expecting that.
I was not expecting that.
I was not expecting that.
You stopped mid-show to go pick up.
You should have told me
No,
that.
I can't even think of like.
I just picture you picking up like an elf or something and just like, and just like holding them like this.
And I made that noise. I made.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
No, because now I'm trying to think about like why did I do that?
I think
I was helping organize a show. I think that
So-
was why.
I think one that I can think of right now is when I did when I opened up for, and this is gonna sound kind of weird, especially the genre that I play. When I opened up for Waka Flocka and Jesse McCartney.
What?
Yeah, it's weird, man.
What
It's
the
weird.
fuck?
Yeah.
What,
Yeah.
You that's reckless in of itself.
Yeah.
Now what's the crazy part?
No. Listen.
That is a lineup,
Okay,
man.
so Jesse McCartney, he played first or whatever, and then I was like the intermission, so like I was getting the crowd hype and stuff. There was
this at your school?
This was at my university.
Makes sense.
Like,
okay,
but like-
hey, no, that makes a lot more sense contextually.
But like-
because the university would do something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So
like
that's where
Jesse
it took place.
McCartney, like
Right. Yeah.
the fuck, like
I dude, it's been a long time.
holy
when
shit,
Dude, when I met him, he looks like a fucking wax figure.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, is this a statue?
Yeah.
But he's fresh, dude. He's fresh. But anyways, so when he went on, he killed it. Whatever, all the girls went wild, and then all of a sudden, when I went on and stuff, I was getting hyped and stuff. So then next, I introduced Waka onto stage. So all of a sudden, I was like, oh, we're Waka's in the building, who's ready to see fucking Waka Flocka? And then, the whole crowd was all, there was probably about 1,500 people in the venue.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, and stuff. All of a sudden, this dude goes on, I'm guessing his buddy's shoulders, and I could see it. He's on his shoulders. This dude must have fucking lost balance, and then all of a sudden, like, he fucking fell. So you see, like, it, like, in the middle, like, not like a mosh pit or anything, but, like, you could see, like, it got caved in.
Oh.
Like, he
body
fell,
fucking
so, like, he
lynch
fell onto people.
It's like people
Oh, man.
So I guess I don't know. I guess somehow whoever was behind him, I didn't really get a good look until all of a sudden, like, people were waving down like security and like, yo, and I'm like,
They got
and
hurt?
I noticed that.
Oh,
So I'm
shit.
like, fuck, I don't know if I should stop my set or because they didn't tell me that shit. So I'm like, if something were to happen, so I was like, fuck, I'm gonna keep going. I got the crowd going. All of a sudden, their security is like trying to tell them to bring them over or whatever. And so like these two guys, they're carrying this girl. So I guess the girl, what I assume is that when he fell, he must have like bumped heads or his shoulder with her head or something. So, and to the point where she passed out.
Holy shit.
And yeah, she passed out or something, and then all of a sudden, that's what I assume. I don't know if that's the case, but like security had to bring her up, and then I guess luckily we had ambulance there, so like EMT, they came in and like grabbed her and put her on like a wheelchair, dude, like at the for her to cross over the barricades and stuff, and but to be honest, that I think that was like the most craziest shit that's ever happened at my show, other than like a fucking chicks making out, but other than that, like
yeah,
that
in my head, you
that
know
was
how
the
sometimes you're like
craziest,
watching
yeah.
a movie or something, and you're like, I know how this is gonna end. I thought you were gonna say that you looked out in the crowd and looked out on this somebody on the shoulder, and like it was Waka Flocka.
No,
Like, dude,
no, but I had to
that's
stall.
what
I had to stall, man, because that, like, literally, he had, it was 5 minutes when I was going to go into introducing him on stage. So I had 5 minutes left. And when that 5 minutes, that happened. Because when I announced, like, oh, who's fucking ready to see Waka? And then all of a sudden,
Somebody
he got on his friend's shoulders or whatever. And he's like, fuck yeah. And like, and I guess when he did that, his friend lost balance. he fucking fell back.
Took down everyone.
He took down like there was like a whole stampede, dude. Like,
oh man, dude.
And I'm like,
that's low-key, that's crazy. That's scary too, man. Like that shit.
It is pretty scary. It is, and and when that happened, they were telling people like, it's pretty much the same everywhere else. Like, get off shoulders.
Yeah.
So
that is wild.
That was a crazy, wild time, and then.
I can read back the definition of reckless right now if you'd like.
And then
that right there, that was some fucking like.
There was a paint party that I did in Wisconsin Dells.
Oh shit!
This was like years ago, and same thing. Someone passed out. Jesus. Someone had passed out, and I didn't know until they told me towards the end of my set. They're like, "Yo, your shit was too fucking wild. Like someone passed out." I'm like, "Holy shit."
Damn, you get out here giving people epilepsy.
Dude, I don't know, man. Like, I was in shock. I'm like,
the first drop, that was okay.
And and when that happened, I was concerned, so I did want to know, like, are they okay? Like, can I meet up with them? But eventually, like, I guess they went home or whatever. Like, they felt okay. Like, ambulance didn't have to be involved or hospital or anything, but I guess they took off to go home, and I kind of wanted to, like, meet them and tell them, like, hey, like, are you all right?
Yeah.
But I didn't have the opportunity. But those are like my top 2 craziest things that I could, off the top of my head, think of when it comes to something crazy and reckless.
You almost saw someone die.
Pretty much, man. That's why I wanted to confront them, to be like, are you okay?
That's insane, dude.
Yeah, especially when it was a paint party too, man. So
I can't say I've seen anybody die at my show.
I have. Knock on wood, I never want to see that.
Yeah, I mean, the craziest thing I ever had was just.
We don't want no Travis Scott type thing. No, we don't want that.
Yeah, we already talked about that in the first podcast.
Literally all 100.
Let's avoid that.
Every episode, just in the middle, just go Travis Scott. Huh? No, it's just something we do. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, so like I said, those are like my top 2 that I can think off the top.
They trying to think of some shit that don't incriminate him.
Yeah, I mean, my shows, to be honest,
I want to hear this one.
Well, dude, the only thing that I could think of that's probably the craziest was it's my own flaw. This is back when Karthik and I were running stuff. And I tell this story all the time because to this day I still can't really grasp how it really was a concept. I don't know if I told you this.
No, you never told me.
This was at Electric Hotel. This was at the peak of.
Yeah, I don't think you told me.
Dave is that. It's gonna be some good content. Go ahead.
I mean, dude, I didn't know what to think at the time, but basically we were playing. We were residents at Electric, which was fun. Man.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
We thought we were like doing something big and whatever. It was a good time. And I'll never forget, man, we were ripping it so hard. They'd have girls that would come up on, like, in the front over there and, like dance and shit. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, dude. Like, living it up, like, in that moment. And this was, a couple years back, like 4 years, or 3 or 4 years now. And I'll never forget, this girl, she gave me this thing, right? Like, I'm, like, playing, and I'm thinking it's a vape. I'm in the zone, dude. I'm in the zone. I'm, like, DJing, She's like, and I'm like, all right, yeah, thank you. Nothing's coming out of this thing. I'm like trying to hit this thing so hard. And I'm like, Karthik, yo, can you hit this, bro? And because I'm dancing at the same time. That's why I'm like doing this motion. And she's like, no. Like, press the button. I'm like, it's not working. And he's like, no, it's for my panties. I'm like, and I take the thing, I'm like, so it's not a vape?
Hell no.
She had vibrating panties on.
Oh my god.
That was the craziest thing, man. And then I was like, you're doing it? And then she's like, I'm like, all right.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's
and funny. I mean, granted, the story is like hard because it went on for 10 minutes of us trying to.
She's like, motherfucker, I'm trying to get over.
I'm trying to get off right now.
We're pressing the button. She's like, no.
You fucking caveman.
No.
That was, yeah, dude. Actually, I don't want to mention names, but Kevin, the photographer, actually has a picture of the act kind of like prior to
I'm going to contact him.
Yeah,
I got to see that.
I'll point out the exact
I got to see
because,
that.
I know
that's hilarious.
He was getting photos that night. He was doing photos for us. And yeah, man, I was like, So that's it, man. Other than that, you know, I've never seen anybody get on shoulders and die. There's only one big...
Way to put it that way.
It's on my bucket list.
But, that's pretty intense, man.
No,
that's
we don't want that. We don't want that.
Yeah, I just had somebody try to give me what I thought it was a vape. Turned out to be
goes home to your fucking...
I'm over here trying to... I'm controlling their pleasure throughout the night. Like, what
1, 2, 3, 4.
Why is it all wet on the floor?
Oh,
someone spilled their drink.
Hey man, that's a good concept for a party. You know, you hand out vibrating panties.
I'll never.
DJ just has a button, and then you give them to the guys too. It's like, what am I supposed to put? Put up your butt, man. And then when it drops, you just fucking press the button.
Holy shit!
Yeah, you got a fucking button on the console.
Should have made that Taco Bell.
It's the best phone party ever. Motherfuckers, I gotta go to the bathroom room.
Wow. I bet you they have that. I bet you they have that in the UK. I bet you they hand out, you know, some sort of vibrating thing for your fucking your pants, boxers,
connected to the wave,
panties.
Connected to the record box.
Everything
connected.
It's not the silent disco anymore.
Oh no, it's just silent.
It's the G disco.
Hey. The G disco.
The G disco.
Ooh.
Open up and call it the G spot.
The G Dixo.
Are we starting a new thing right now?
The G
club in the UK called the G spot. Let's go.
All right, let's
turn the cameras off. We don't want anybody taking our ideas.
I'm gonna take a poll, man.
If you
comment if you'd be down for a G disco, the G spot disco. I mean, I guess disco. You know where you got to bring your own panties and underwear. And there's a button that is universal for the drops.
We'll give you the Bluetooth pair code.
It'd be a big red button that just says bass.
It's like that SNL.
Yeah, the SNL. Yeah.
With the bass.
With the bass.
Jenga. Like, what, dude?
That's what I'm referring to.
The Lonely Island, dude. I love this guy. Well,
holy shit.
That was a good topic, man.
Oh man.
That was good, man.
You want to end it on that?
We can end it on that, man. We got like hey, you know what? Yeah, I was gonna say, give us an outro. Give us
what you're working on.
What you're working on. Give us some upcoming gigs. Give us a plug, man. Shout out to everything you got going on.
Socials.
Yeah, I got you.
Because like I said, I know this episode's probably gonna not drop for until we get a few more in. So go ahead, give us a couple months in advance.
Yeah, of course. You can find me on recklessdjofficial.com. It's www.recklessdjofficial.com. On there, you can find my events, my bio, about me, merch. I have merch on there, whether you need COVID masks, shirts, sweaters, pants, whatever you need, stickers, whatever. You let me know. But social media wise, everything, SoundCloud, Mixcloud, fucking Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that, Snapchat. It's Reckless DJ 96. Reckless DJ 96. So, yeah, and right now I'm just trying to work on some remixes. Like I actually showed Dave and Quinn that I did this little mashup, which I'm gonna be playing it right now pretty soon. But I got some more remixes and mashups and edits that I've been working on. So planning on putting those out in the near future. Just trying to work on it and fix it up. And once it's ready, I'll let you guys know, man.
Hell yeah.
So yeah.
Well, we're gonna plug all that in the description, obviously. Yeah, dude. Big shout out. Thank you.
Much love, brother.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Positivity number one.
Stick around. We got this mix coming up. We're gonna take 5 here. We're gonna set that up, but we'll plug everything in there. Shout out.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys.
See you assholes later.